Here in this problem we are trying to find which term of these two sequences would be exactly the same, right? Which term of these two arithmetic progression 2, 9, 16 and 42, 45, 48 would be equal. The first sequence what we have here is the first sequence, the first term, right? First term of the first sequence. So in first sequence, the A, I'm taking it as just to differentiate between them, I'm taking the first term as capital A. So A is 2. The difference is 9 minus 2, 7, right? We are adding 7 each time. And nth term, right? Nth term would be A plus n minus 1d. Now for the second sequence, we can see that the first term is 42. First term is 42. Difference is 45 minus 42. That's at 3. And same thing. Nth term would be A plus n minus 1d. Okay. Now what's going on here is we don't know which term of these sequence would be exactly the same value. This sequence is increasing rapidly by 7, and this is a bit slower as we are just adding 3 each time. So maybe 10th term of both of them are going to be equal, or maybe 11th, or maybe 25th, or 29th, or I don't know. So that's why, since we don't know, we are taking that term as n, right? Which term? Nth term, right? So we are considering that the nth term of these sequence are going to be equal. We already have how their nth term will look like. It's like this. So according to the given question, given condition in the problem, A plus n minus 1d and A plus n minus 1d both are going to be equal, because these two sequences will have one of the term, which is we are considering as nth term, going to be exactly the same, so they are equal. Let's substitute values over here. So this will be 2 plus n minus 1. D is, oh, I forgot to put the capital D over here. This is going to be a capital D. So D is 7. And for the second sequence, 42 plus n minus 1, difference is 3. We'll just solve this, we'll get the n. So this is 7n, right? 7n minus 7, and here 3n minus 3. So from here we got 7n, and if we send this 3n to the other side, it will turn into negative 3n. Here we have 42 minus 3, so 39, and here 2 minus 7 is negative 5, and that negative 5, if we move to this side, it will turn into positive 5. So 39 plus 5 is 44, and 7 minus 3 is 4n. So n equals 44 divided by 4, that's 11. So the 11th term of both of these arithmetic sequence or the arithmetic progression is going to be exactly the same value. Sometimes, since we are using algebra a lot here, algebra's best part is you can check your answer. Let's learn how to check our answer. So to check, I'm going to check which value represents the 11th term of both of the sequence. So if I'm finding the first sequence 11th term, so 11th term 11th term of first sequence of first arithmetic progression is going to be 2 plus 11 minus 1, that's going to be 10, and d is 7. So 2 plus 70, that's a 72. Now I'm going to do the same thing for 11th term of second AP arithmetic progression. I will find that it's 42 plus n minus 1, 10 times the common difference is 3. So I got 42 plus 30, that's also 72. So yes, both the sequence, if we'll check, their 11th term is going to be exactly the same value. One more point as a bonus, you can understand that they will have only one term which will be exactly the same, because this sequence is going to be increasing quickly and this is slow, right? So there will be only the 11th term, that's the 72, will be when they both will be equal. After that, this sequence values of the terms of this first sequence will keep on increasing way more faster, and this would become slower. If you want to check how it will look like, so in the first sequence when we found 72, and in the second sequence when we are finding 72. So in the first sequence what we can see is it's changing by 7. So the previous was 65 and before that it might be 58, right? But for the second sequence it's changing by 3. So 72 minus 3 is 69, minus 3 is 66, right? They are different. We can do the other side as well. So 72 plus 7 is 79, 86, and so on. And this side as well, plus 3. Second sequence has a difference of 3. So 72 plus 3, 75, and 78, right? So you can clearly see this was behind, and this is a point where they both got the same value. And then this side again, this became so big that it's not possible for this one to cover it up. If you have any similar kind of problem which you're struggling with, do let me know in the comment section to include it in my next video.